Hey, all you crypto fans out there, welcome. Today we have another great, hopefully very interesting crypto debrief for you with our awesome and amazing viewers here at Future Forecasting Group. So we were asking the viewers to look at this coin and its performance over the next 2 years and to record that performance in charts and graphs. So that was the overall tasking. Kind of a dark horse. Nobody's really familiar with it. So I think that makes, taking a peek at it all the more interesting. Let's start with Daz. You want to take a peek at your data?
And I tried to draw the logo, so I knew it was a coin. Then I kept getting these weird separate elements, which now I just seen the logo. It makes sense. Crypto's consciousness on this one. This is kind of weird, bearing in mind where this is located. I had the visual of this a green army tank, heavy built, ready to work, go, built to last, resilient, focused, angry and driven, driven to succeed at all cost. And it was a tank, so it had a green color to it. That's the consciousness. And then when I tried to look at the hodlers, I looked for August of this year. I felt that they were angry and maybe down. December of this year, I felt like there might be a up movement. Just some last notes here that I picked up. Very blocky, as I said, blocky dispersals over time. All about timing and preparation. They're really building for 2025, 2026. And it feels like they're almost in a holding pattern. Year two would be massive movements upward.
All right, Naim, why don't you go next?
Never heard of this one, but we'll see what we get here. Logo, I was getting kind of these blocky type shapes with this kind of three-pronged theme to it. Looking at the tech, the sense here was that this has a feature that's somewhat unique, and that's what causes the hype, or what draws people towards this one. And it felt very much like digital transfers, nodes. But I was getting this idea of something about this sequential blocks, the way the blocks are sequenced. So that seems to be pretty fitting here for this one. And I even get the word like explodes, and there's like a rush associated with this. It feels like this feels like a new kid on the block project, and some people end up dropping what they're doing, or what they're supporting, and they rush towards this one. And for the charts, 1 month just felt like up and down with some good positives here. I see that over the last year, it's up like 300%. So I guess it's doing pretty good so far this year. For the year, yeah, a couple of decent spikes with a pretty positive trend overall.
How about Mr. Sean? Let's see your data.
Doing these crypto targets is always interesting. For those of you that, in our audience that are remote viewers, if you've never done a crypto target, you should try one sometime, because it's a fascinating thing to view. It's different than any other target you've ever worked. So first, visual ideogram, I kind of got this bin with coins going into it, kind of like at the casino with the coins going chink, 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 chink. For the energy, I got this sense of going back and forth with compounding transactions like an infinite money scheme. Each transaction builds upon and grows. I thought it was interesting. I saw elements of this in Daz and Naim's session, where Daz said 1 in, 2 out. And I think Naim had, with a building, 1 arrow going on one side and 2 on the back. So something going on here that seemed complicated, but their ultimate goal and plan was to grow money.
Edward, you're next on my screen, so let's take a look at your data.
Hey, but then these guys kept coming back, and these guys were still nervous. And they're Wall Street types, are big investors, hedge fund group types. It's strange, but it feels like they are still deciding on this one. I think Daz had that kind of thing in there too. They were uncertain. There's an uncertainty about something. Waiting for the election, I wonder? It's an outcome of that scale that is causing this nervous anticipation, as it will decide a certain fate within this project. Oh man, it's so dramatic. Not the entire project, but a certain aspect, like the utilization of this DLT in a larger contract. And my charts were not all that.
All right, Dick, it is your turn. Let's see your data, please.
I had a really cool moment of target contact I want to show you. I saw this guy exactly, and not only did I see him, I saw how he sees computer code, and it's something that it's beyond my intellect, but I saw in his mind's eye. Let me show this really quick, because this one just blew me away with what remote viewing can do. So I saw the Jonathan Sompolinsky, and I saw the way he visualizes code in his mind's eye. And when I got the feedback, I was like, wow, that was cool. So I had some good target contact on this one. Let's go to the session. I kept seeing like the Ethereum logo a couple times, but he was originally an Ethereum guy. He started out as one of the developers of Ethereum. There is a dance, a flow, an equilibrium that is maintenance as tokens come online, then are burned. Computer transactions, links to a number of things, cross-chain interoperability, sub-chains are created for the tokens made for different functions. This has a new economy feel. And we talked about all the jargon, like what were we saying? The chromatic phase and the frequency node at A4. I said, this normal people not into cryptos have no idea what these things, how they describe it, what they function to, but crypto people know. That's the sound. So my chart, I see it going up, and then.
And last but certainly not least, Derek, let's see your data.
Okay, so right out the start gate, if you turned that to the left, I'm pretty sure that's a rock solid logo. Another one jumping in here, people working at computers around a table, seeing coders assembling, checking token code, very complicated. I hear somebody say, get it and keep it. And then might seem iffy or risky, especially right now, but long-term, this is good. Encrypted info moves in every direction, in and out. So I see like this block like zipping down here, but as it's moving, there's stuff coming in and out, which I think is indicative of the, what do they call that? The ghost dag. So my presumption would be if this survives that, the Silicon Valley collapse of all the .coms, what we saw in the 90s, if this lasts, this will still be here, and in that case it would be like a long-term gemstone. And I think what a lot of the rest of the team saw is like a lot of